Hey everybody, I'm Elena and today is going to be a bit of a different vlog. It's not going to be a hiking vlog because, first and foremost today, earlier this morning, Saturday morning, I forgot to take the camera with me. And secondly, this week, when I've been going hiking every day and everything, since it's the holidays already, it's jam-packed with people and I could not take off the camera out of the backpack and record and everything. And the times that I could record, I went to the local shelter and went taking dogs for a walk and whatever, because I am going through a pretty rough patch. And this week I have been having major back pain, major anxiety. I didn't know how to deal with it. I have been dealing with a little bit of heartbreak, and this has kept me at bay, because I really needed out and I could not talk. It's been a couple of weeks now that I feel like I don't have much else to say, much stuff to say at all. I know it's probably all in my mind and whatever, but for once, I'd like to think that these vlogs are anonymous in the sense that nobody that I encounter in my daily life would, find about them and, watch them or whatever. But ever since I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something, some people in my life found out about my vlogs, and I don't like, it's not like, of course it's not privacy because I put it out there in public on the internet, but you figure that people in here are not gonna find out about this, and I felt like my privacy, I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, but I felt like my privacy was kind of invaded because like they've been judgmental in terms of what are you doing makeup videos, and why are you talking about your life and what's going on with your life. I didn't know that this and that and whatever happened with you. And it's like, well, I'm doing videos there and I don't post them on Facebook because first and foremost, I don't want you to find out about this. And yes, I enjoy making makeup videos, but it's none of your business. It's my private thing that I do with a community of people that get me and share the same passion, unlike you who are judgmental and make fun of a thing, whilst I'm not making fun of some other people's hobbies, being it going fishing, being it, I don't know, skydiving. It's not that I like or dislike this, what I mentioned, but you get the gist. So other than that, I realized there's people approaching me and then going away and whatever, and I feel really puzzled, like what's going on with my life. I really want to have connections, make friends in here and whatever, and it doesn't seem to work. I encountered the J guy. I told you on the last vlog that I found out that he had a girlfriend. Well, after that, the same day, I was at the farmer's market and we met. And lo and behold, we were chit-chatting and I was pretty silent because, lately I feel like my life is not interesting, or I don't know, I feel useless in life. So I think everybody else is not gonna care about what I have to say, so I don't say anything at all. Yeah. Anyway, so I told Jay, we were chit-chatting or whatever, and I was about to go, so I just said, okay, bye. And he said bye, and I was like, okay, well, just go ahead and do it. And I turned around and I told him, hey, listen, if sometime you want to go and, grab a coffee together, maybe we can chit-chat for a while, since you say you're pretty much all by yourself in this town and I'm all by myself as well. Well, we could do that. And he said, well, sure thing, I will contact you. He has not contacted me. It's been a week. I don't think he's gonna, but here's hoping. At least he didn't decline. I don't even am planning anymore, or dating him or whatever. It's just that I thought it would be nice to have someone to go out with, chit chat, grab a coffee, entertain myself, live. Then there was this other friend who will probably be watching this, or I don't know. Well, there was this guy, and we've been friends throughout all my life. If not all my life, but ever since I was teenager or whatever. And for some reason, like, it's been a week. We were communicating, and we were clicking on the friendship. Nothing else. We're just friends, and we're cool with that. And all of a sudden he's not talking to me as often, and he doesn't seem to be as available, and I like reread all that I said, like checking maybe I did something wrong, and I didn't. I didn't say anything wrong. I'm like, what's going on? We were supposed to meet, and then he was busy. That I totally get, but then things cooled off, like, wow, winter arrived there. And it's like, why? I don't know why. But it was kind of fun, because I thought, well, we're friends. He has a group of friends. Maybe, the summertime we can meet up together, and I can go out not only with him, but with him and his group of friends, and maybe when the fair comes to town, I can join them if that's okay with them, and go, have dinner with them or whatever. But I'm seeing this is not gonna happen, and yeah, I have many thoughts, but I will keep them to myself, because, as I said, now people are watching this channel, so whatever. Other than that, yeah, my hairdresser. Now I am my hairdresser. This I fixed myself. I did my best. It was my first time, and yeah, it could be better, but it's better than what my old hairdresser did. So, wow. Anyway, where that girl get the title? Well, Academy, I don't want to know, because I watched tutorials, and oh god, this is a whole nother story. Okay, so yeah. I don't know, it cheers me up, to be in front of the camera and talking to you guys. I was feeling really low right now. I was like, I'm gonna have a panic attack, and I decided, well, I have no regional geographic, but I'm gonna chit-chat anyway. So, this hairdresser of mine, let's get to the story. She has a he's a teen guy, a son, and she is single. And she is always, dating people here and there and whatever. And one day she told me, like, so how about your boyfriend? You never talked. And I told her, no, I'm single. Oh, well, why didn't you try Tinder? And I told her, well, I think it's raunchy, and I don't like dating apps, and I think everybody goes, looking for quick sex and whatever, and I like to get to know people. No, here's different. You're gonna get to know people from around here, blah, 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 blah. So there I am, me. I am pretty anti-meeting people from the internet, strangers, like guys to date. It's not my style, I have to befriend a guy, and then maybe if it clicks and whatever. Anyway, I'm pretty specific. But yeah, there I am, just out of curiosity. I have to say that I saw a lot of people that I know in real life, and I was pretty surprised to see all these people on the Tinder app. But yeah, I logged in, and yeah, I was talking to three guys actually. Three guys that they look really decent, like, it's a good guy. Like, I'm not even looking for a relationship or anything, but getting to know people, to go out, to have fun, have dinner, chit chat, talk about the weather, talk about, I don't know, skydiving again, anything, So, there was this journalist, there was this entrepreneur, and the other one was like a trainer, like a personal trainer or whatever. Anyway. So, the personal trainer was really cheeky and blah, 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 and he was like really up there. But we were talking, and it was fun in the terms that he made me laugh. We were just talking. There was nothing like sexting or anything. Like, I wasn't interested in that. And it was cool, but all of a sudden, I changed my profile picture and he told, by another picture of Jack Nicholson, because I am a big Jack Nicholson fan, and he told me like, "What are you, a psycho?" And I was like, "What are you, judgmental? You didn't even know me. We never shook hands." So I stopped talking to him right then and there. And then there's the other two guys, okay? So there was this journalist guy, real cool guy. We were talking, we were cool, whatever. We were about to meet. And then one night he talked to me like really late at night, like 3 a.m. or whatever, and I was asleep. So I saw that in the morning, and I'd answer him, and he watched the message, he didn't answer, and a couple of days went by, and I told him, "So what's going on?" And he wasn't answering. Here's the story. And I told him, "Okay, so I see you're not interested." Well, I don't know. I thought you were interested at least in getting to know me. Next thing you know, I received an instant message telling me, "I think you're crazy. Why are you messaging me? Why did you said that?" And I was like, I think this guy is talking to a lot of girls, and he, I don't know, maybe he read a message of another girl, or he mistook me, you know, by another girl, because I was like living it, you know. And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, I think I didn't say anything to offend you." And all of a sudden he stopped talking to me and whatever. And I was pretty a little bit heartbroken. But, you know, it was like, we're expecting of a dating app or whatever. There's this guy number 3, this entrepreneur, and since guy number 2 was so successful, you know, the journalist, guy number 3 last week, just 1 week ago, I told him, so, I don't know, it was a casual conversation, so how's the weekend looking for you? Like, what are you up to this weekend? Not meaning we should meet or whatever. No, what are you up to? You know, I'm hanging out with my family, whatever. What are you up to? And he told me, well, it would be way better if I met with you. Having had that experience, I told him point blank. I told him, look, I'm gonna be straightforward, and I'm gonna tell you that I like to get to know people first, and I think we should get to know each other a little bit further before we meet. And yeah, I'm not looking for I'm not gonna show you nude pictures of me or weird things, or I'm not looking for a fling, and I am interested in getting to know people, maybe finding friends, and maybe if it, you know, happens, it happens, and I meet a guy, you know, a dreamy guy, but it's not like what I am after, and I'm not desperate for it. I think, well, I didn't say that straightforward, but I implied that, you know, like, just getting to know, like, a healthy way one another, you know? And he replied me, well, I don't know what kind of guys you met on Tinder. I'm not that kind of guy. Have a good life. And I was like, dude. So he ditched me again. And there I am, last Saturday, heartbroken, you know, like having lunch, table of 15 people, all my family, and aunts and uncles and everything. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? Wait. Like, I think, what's wrong with people? What people get offended for being straightforward and saying, hey, look, okay, what am I expecting of a dating app? That's right. But it was like my outlet, you know, like, people in this town, like, don't seem too willing to get to know me. Maybe I get to know some people, or there was like this Tinder or whatever, that there's like an app from the app that if you have Tinder, you have that other app that I don't know how it's called, and it's not like for dating, but for meeting people, say for going with a group of people, just going to the cinema, going out to dinner, going hiking, whatever, right? So that was my intention. It didn't fly by, so I erased my account, I deleted the app. And I had a pretty rough week, and I had to go to doctors, and it minutes. Wow, wow, wow. They changed me some medicines to make me feel better. It backfired on me, made me feel worse. I'm still recovering of it. They don't know what to do with me. I don't know what to do with me. So there's that. This morning, I didn't get to sleep much last night because, you know, next to the local shelter, there's this place where people go and recycle furniture and everything that you have on your house that you want to get rid of. Okay, so there's a store next to my house that went out of business, and they had these beautiful custom-made chairs, like armchairs, wooden, gorgeous, and they were there. Like, I saw them, you know, taking off the van and leaving them there, and I told the woman at that place, like, can I get them? Is there any chances? No. And the following day that I went out to the shelter to pick up a dog to go for a walk, she told me, well, are you still interested? And I was like, yeah. She said, well, come pick them up or I'll give them to someone else. So I took my father's car, because it's a big, you know, car, and yeah, I took the chairs home, and I was painting them and whatever. And long story short, last night I really want to see the job finished, and I went to bed super late, but I woke up at the same time that I do every day, you know, because I don't know, I have like this internal clock, or maybe I'm getting old fired. I don't know. Anyway, so for some reason this morning I was feeling energetic, and I know that today, like tonight, I have a dinner with my family to celebrate the 50th birthday, sorry, of my uncle. So I said, okay, so yesterday I had to go to the doctors. I couldn't go for a hike today. Today I have a dinner, so I'm gonna go for a hike this morning, and I will have that checked, you know, on my list, and it'll be good. I'll feel calmer, you know, and everything will be great. Well, wrong. Yesterday we almost had a car crash because, you know, a car really stopped in front of us, and we had to really hit the brake real fast, and it was like boom boom, and this was real bad for my back. Today I'm feeling the pain, and apparently I wasn't that energetic, so I went for the hike. I got back home earlier today. Now it's after lunchtime, and I started feeling tired and sore, and everything hurts, and I'm really sleepy. Like, now I'm really feeling the lack of sleep, so I feel like it's gonna be a long day and a long night. And yeah, that's very out of the place, you know, like, not out of the place, like, this is all over the place. I'm trying to say update of what's been going on, but I didn't want to miss this update, because, you know, I want to be committed to it. So yeah, I'm not hiking. I already did this morning, and yeah, what else do I have to say? What's something positive that happened to me this week was that I got to meet this puppy. Well, 5 months. It's not she, it's a he. He's huge. He's pretty huge. He's a mixed breed from Rottweiler and Pointer or whatever, but it's pretty huge. And I never took him because I thought, whoa, that bass, you know, because he was like, whoa, so crazy and whatever. And I took him because it was like, okay, I'm not being fair. I'm always taking my favorite doggies in here. And he was the most nice dog. I don't know how to explain. You told him come, he would come, run, he would run. You know, he wanted to play, obviously, because he's a puppy still, but it was really nice. And today I have seen him again, and man, I would adopt him if I could. And he's so cute, so cute. So that's the highlight of my week, and I hope you have a great weekend, and see you in the next one. Bye.